Okay, I'm going to show you how to stamp print. And we have put our tissue paper, glued it between the black paper, and we have a string on it so we can hang it up so it will be a banner, and we have our name on the black paper. And now we're going to stamp print. Now at your table you have trays with the stamps. You're going to put your tissue paper on top of another piece of paper because this might bleed through, and that might help us from having to wipe the table off. Now, a couple of things. If a stamp is in blue, then it's going to stay in blue. If a stamp's in white, it's going to stay in white, and we're not going to mix up the colors. And so if the circle's in white, then you're going to have white circles. If the square is in magenta, you're going to have magenta squares, and if the star is in yellow, you're going to have the yellow stars. So you just touch it on the felt, on the tray, the stamp, and you pick it up, and then you put it down on your tissue paper and you pick it back up. You don't move it around or roll it or anything like that. Now, we've been talking about pattern, and so I'm going to make a pattern. So I'm going to do star, and I'm going to skip a space, and I'm going to do and every time I go back to the paint and then to the tissue. And so I'm going to put like 6 stars on my tissue before I change colors and shapes. And you don't have to use every shape. You might want to, but you don't have to. So I have spaced my stars out on my tissue paper. Now I'm going to use the square, and I'm going to put a square in between, a square in between. Sometimes with this I'm not going back, I'm just continuing to stamp. Sometimes I go back and I'm creating a pattern. Now I'm going to use the blue triangle, and I'm going to use the blue triangle like between the magenta squares. So see, I'm creating a pattern. I put the shape into the paint and pick it up. I don't rub it around. I put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. Same thing when I'm stamping it on the paper. I put it down, pick it up, put it in the paint, put it down, pick it up. Now I'm going to just go off the page a little bit. I don't have room for the whole shape at the bottom, but that's fine. And sometimes if it doesn't show up great, I can go back and try it again in that same place, but sometimes I don't, it's just nice that it's a little bit faded. And then I'm going to try the white circles. And I know that they're not showing up that great on the video because the paper's light and the tissue's light, but they're going to show up really well when I... Now, sometimes there's 2 shapes in one color, and that's fine. You can choose which one you want. But now I'm finished. You can see the white when I hold it a little bit different. And then I'm going to hold this with this paper like this to take it to the drying rack, and I'm going to put it on the drying rack with this paper.